Every era has its embarrassing trends that we laugh at today, but were once considered aspirational, expensive. Problem is that some of those trends age gracefully, and some age like a gallon of milk left in a parked car during a hell of a heat wave.
Damn!
Today, we're visiting trends from the 80s that completely took over American homes. Some are hilarious, some are confusing, and some are surprisingly making a comeback.
So beat it, but you wanna be bad, just beat it. No one wants to beat it. Show how it's fucking don't distract. It doesn't matter who's smoked up, right? Just beat it.
The 80s were a fascinating time. People were making money, wearing shoulder pads, and putting mirrors on absolutely everything. Somewhere along the way, an entire generation collectively decided, you know what would improve this bedroom? A giant bag of water. And somehow, everyone did it. Ladies and gentlemen, the waterbed, also known as the moment America collectively lost its goddamn mind. Picture this, a group of furniture designers sitting around a table trying to brainstorm new ideas. When one man stands up confidently and says, what if, just hear me out, what if we slept on water? As the room goes silent, the manager yells,
Hell no!
but for real, if you grew up in the 1980s, you knew somebody with a waterbed. Usually it was that one cool aunt who smoked Virginia Slims, had mirrored furniture, and thought she was that girl living in the future. Because at the time, waterbeds felt futuristic. They were heated, they conformed to your body, and they were marketed as the next evolution of sleep. And for a brief moment, millions of adults climbed into bed, just floating, swishing around. Pretty soon, these beds started becoming more trouble than the futuristic vibe was even worth. They were heavy, they leaked, they were difficult to move, and every time somebody rolled over, the bed generated just enough waves to trigger a small tsunami warning. Today, people still chase luxury sleep. The difference is we're doing it with adjustable bases, memory foam, cooling mattresses, and smart technology instead of sleeping on what was essentially a giant water-filled whoopee cushion. You guys remember the noises we used to make? Let me know if you guys had one, or if you knew somebody who had a waterbed, and what did they do? If they popped, did they replace it the next day, or did they learn the lesson and realize that sleeping on water wasn't the best idea? Let me know down in the comments. By the way, I just want to say I have finally reached 1,000 subscribers. Thank you to all subscribers out there. I appreciate you. I'm grateful. Design is life. Entertainment centers, usually weighing somewhere between a 1,500-pound Honda Civic and a Hippo. And it held absolutely everything. VCR, cable box, the TV, collection of VHS tapes, family photos, and somehow 3 decorative baskets nobody touched. Now, to be fair, entertainment centers solved a real problem. Because at that time, TVs were huge. I'm not talking about the screen size. I mean the actual TV itself. Have you seen those things? You couldn't hang them on the wall, nor could you place them on some skinny little console table that you got from Temu. Oh, no, 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 no. At this point, the entertainment center was the room. It was the moment. So naturally, the furniture became the focal point of the entire house. Fortunately, technology evolved, and these giant furniture monsters began their slow descent into irrelevance as TVs got thinner, lighter, and smarter. The goal was never the entertainment center. The goal was actually organization, family gathering, creating a place where people could come together. We just don't need a piece of furniture the size of a studio apartment to accomplish that. Not beautiful white oak paneling. I'm talking about the dark faux wood stuff. Everywhere. This stuff made walking into a perfectly sunny room somehow feel like a basement. And here's the thing, wood itself isn't dated. Wood is forever timeless. I love wood. The difference is quality and application. The 80s often used inexpensive panel products and then applied them all over, even in the nooks and the crannies. And the result? You felt less like you were living in a living room and more like you were trapped inside one of those giant entertainment centers, inside the living room. Ridiculous. Ruffles. I get it. People wanted softness, romance, and layers. But the problem is the ruffles cross the line from elegance into visual chaos. The curtains, the bedding, the pillows, and the lampshades had ruffles. At some point, the entire room looked like it was preparing for prom. You'd walk into a bedroom and see enough fabric to make 17 wedding dresses. But I have questions, okay? Who started this? And why did nobody try to stop them? A room should feel layered, but not upholstered by force. Today, we still use softness, but thank God that we've learned that elegance does not require 37 yards of gathered fabric hanging from every surface. Wallpaper itself isn't the problem. The problem was the little decorative strip people wrapped around the room like it was a ring around Saturn. You remember those? The geese, ivy vines, little hearts, and the fruit. Back then, you'd walk into a kitchen and see tiny apples marching around the room like they were participating in some type of produce parade. And for whatever reason, these things were everywhere. Bedrooms, bathrooms, kitchens, everywhere. We literally threw borders on anything with a vertical surface. Our society was minimalist rejecting, big hair having, shoulder pad wearing, Michael Jackson obsessed maximalist. Well, okay, maybe it's just me. But we wanted bold design, character, and intentionality. But the results? It looked like some of us got halfway through wallpapering and our budget and said, that's enough. Today's version of this trend would be adding architectural molding or a full wall mural. Same desire, but way better execution. Glass blocks had a purpose. They let light pass through while maintaining privacy. The issue wasn't the glass blocks. The issue was America's inability to use moderation. Everything in moderation, except for this blush, okay? Basically, the 80s treated glass blocks the way people treat pillows today. If a few are good, 500 must be amazing, right? Hell no. They showed up everywhere, bathroom walls and showers. Funny thing is, in 2026, they're actually making a comeback. But now they're accents, not entire construction projects. Almost any design element can work if you know when to stop. And the 80s often did not know when to stop. Look at the hair, look at the fashion, look at the excess of these glass blocks. And finally, vertical blinds. Can we take a moment to appreciate the soundtrack of everybody's childhood? That's right, vertical blinds, the official window treatment of any suburban American home. I swear every house or apartment and dentist office had them. I can't believe the people in 2026 still have them. And the crazy thing is, every set of vertical blinds eventually looked like it survived a natural disaster. 3 slats were usually missing, 2 were hanging sideways, and the other one just gone. And to make matters worse, nobody even knew where it went. Well, the dog probably knew, but that's besides the point. The thing is, vertical blinds became popular because they were affordable, practical, and easy to install. The problem is that they were about as elegant as a folding chair at a wedding. Today, we'd solve that same issue with ripple fold drapery, woven shades, or motorized window treatments. But back then, vertical blinds were king. If you have blinds in your house and you invite me over, just know that I'm going to turn back. No, I'm just playing. I don't care. I don't care if you have blinds, but I do look at you sideways like, Which one of these trends do your family actually have? Because I know at least half of you grew up with some vertical blinds. Drop your answers below and tell me what current design trend you think people will be roasting 20 years from now. Because our generation is absolutely leaving behind some future design crimes of our own. And if you enjoyed this trip down the wonderful, weird world of the 1980s interiors, do not forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for 1,000 subscribers.